Hey guys, our decline here, average picker. So we are going to attempt to get through a challenge lock here. This one has been pinned up by West Coast Picks, and it's called Herod. So we will see what we can get. I don't have very high hopes for this, in part because it's West Coast Picks, and some of you may have noticed the videos have slowed down a tiny bit, and that's because of the new job, or the new part-time job. I just haven't been picking as much, and it's not that the time's not there at night. The problem is working in the habitat restore. It's a lot like trying to work a retail store while simultaneously moving out of a very large house. Let's just reset it. Yeah, so it's like simultaneously trying to move out of a really large house while moving somebody into a really large house, and then flipping around and immediately moving them back out again and moving someone else in, all while trying to do sales and answer questions and all the good customer service stuff. And it's not that I'm not used to manual labor, but it's much different. And what I've noticed is I'm coming home at night and my fingers are very sore because, you're constantly lifting and picking cabinets and stuff. And so I think until the muscles kind of adjust, it's definitely had an impact on the picking. Fingers have been a little swollen and things. But yeah, it's from moving cabinet sets and televisions, and there's just no one thing you're gripping everything a little weird. So anyway, let's get into this challenge lock and see. What I'm probably going to end up doing though is the videos they're going to keep coming, but they're going to come. Okay, we're going straight to the back because it's 5 or 6 that feels like it wants to start being set. Tuesday, Wednesday is probably going to become the video days, and who knows, maybe once everything gets adjusted, I'll get some more late night picks in and stuff. But yeah, I've been coming home and pretty tired. You walk about 12 to 14 miles a day just back and forth in the warehouse and the store. Okay, so we're just kind of nudging along here, and we've nudged into a bit of a false set, just to show that to you. So yeah, what I've noticed is I'm tired, but it's a much different tired. And like I said, just all that lifting, I'm using a lot of muscles that I haven't had to use a lot before. So I think until things adjust, but it's affected the sensitivity of my fingers, especially if they're going to be a little bit swollen and stuff. Okay, so we hit second time now. We've touched pin 3 or 4, and we haven't gotten a click, but we have gotten a little bit of movement on the core for it moving a little bit open. So what I suspect is it feels like we're kind of right in there with it ready to turn over. We probably just got a pin. I'm going to try to stay fairly steady and just probe each one and see if I can find something giving us some really defined feedback. Okay. We had some movement after tapping up here on one, but I don't know if that was... That might have just been us coming off of a little serration. We're getting some counter rotation on what I think is pin 2, but I can hear we're losing a lot of that false that we've gained, and it wasn't all that defined. Okay, so there we go. So there's our... I'm guessing there's some tapering in there. just trying to set up on each pin real carefully at this point. It does seem like we're right in there to get an open in a moment, if we can find it. Man, okay, it's gotta be that one. So we're on, I think it's 3. I counter rotating, but it's, okay, that was the pin, but everything else dropped. So we lost our false, but we didn't lose our false in such a way as it feels like we've advanced. It feels like we've actually just moved backwards. I'm using fairly light to medium tension. Okay, there we go. There's a little something. So we're kind of back into our false. Yeah, I'm kind of just alternating between light and medium tension. Usually I'm going, of course, I'm going very light when I'm looking for counter rotation or some feedback. So we had our false again, and chasing a little bit of counter rotation took us right out of it. And we do it on time, so we're sitting at about 7 something. We'll run probably to about 11 minutes, and that'll be, I think, about 10 minutes of picking. We are slowly, there we go. I almost feel like I want something a little tiny bit steeper. I think we're using the Attila right now. You know what? I'm going to swap over to the full dent real quick here. It's not ideal for the lift I think I'm going to need, but I think unless it's really sitting up in there, it's going to help me at least get a solid idea of where it's occurring, because I don't want to. I'm getting that same feedback around. I think it's pin 3. I'm not 100% sure. Could be 4, could be 2. But I don't want to just lift that again, counter rotate, and drop everything. Yeah, that didn't help. Let's go back. Just don't want to chase that same circle. Applying slightly heavier tension now, heavy moderate I guess, and I'm just seeing if that'll just help locate. Maybe it's just an odd deep binder, and that could be it. We're back on, I think it's 5. I believe this is a 6 pin lock. Like you guys, if you've watched any of my videos, you know when it comes to 6 pins, I just lose track of where I'm at pretty quickly. and my pin counting ability is not that great. Chasing that same counter rotation, guys. I'm not happy about this, but I'm going to go with it. I'm going to take that lift, and if it was a big snap and it feels like it popped into an overset. So I'm going to hope that I can just pick my way through that and it'll drop back down. So it's going to be a lot of checking pins, and then, yeah, okay, so the overset is gone now. It was, well, yeah, it is definitely gone. What time is it? What did I say? I was going to run to 11 minutes? We'll go a little bit longer. The problem is the lock is in a spot where it feels like I'm still making progress. So kind of up under that last pin there. Yeah. Just dropped a bunch. Get up under that last guy. All right, just one more run through maybe on him. Let's see if we get any progress. All right, yeah, I think I'm going to call that one off. But we will definitely, where did I put the key? There it is. We will definitely come back to that. Yeah, who knows? We will probably, maybe we'll be back to it in about 30 minutes. But that is the Herod by West Coast Picks. Dude, you got me there for a little bit, but we'll get her cracked. All right, guys, you have a good one.